I'm showing you this in about probably half a minute or something, but it takes about 10-15 minutes to wax the plug one coat. So we have 10 coats of wax, and the next step is to do a little test spot, probably back here, and make sure that it releases this time and that I don't ruin another month's worth of work that I did in 2.5 weeks this time. So I will let that harden and then put 1 or 2 layers of glass on top and then see if it releases. So it's cooled off. Thank you. That's not good. I'll show you. It's like it has dissolved the surface a little bit. This came out fine. I could live with this, but it is soften up this surface. I will have to wet sand and polish this and wax it again tomorrow. Well, don't know what to do. Maybe do first coat of epoxy. So it's the next day, and as you can see here, the gel coat dissolved the substrate a little bit. So I'm glad I didn't do the whole thing. It would have been a disaster. Oh, probably if I could have separated it, it would probably been okay. Looking at the sample, this is only one layer of, but this is nice and flat. So what to do now? I'm thinking, so it's Sunday here in Sweden and cold outside for the season. It's plus 6 degrees, which is ridiculously cold for April. So I'm gonna do another test. On this side, I'm gonna use PVA on this wet sanded surface. So I'm gonna put PVA, and on this side, I'm gonna do a couple of layers of the honey wax, and we'll see how that goes. So on this side we have the honey wax mold release. And on this side, PVA mold release. And I'm starting to think that I will just sacrifice a little bit of finish and go with PVA so I don't mess anything up. If this works, I'm gonna have to undo some of the wax that I put on it. I'm gonna have to strip that off. So this white paint is 2-component polyurethane paint. Some people told me not to use. I'm a little confused in all this, but I'm hell-bent that I will find a way, a recipe that works for me, and then I'll stick to it, even if it's PVA. I don't mass produce these boats. So I'll let that sit for about an hour, and then we'll put 3 layers of glass on top of that, and then either later tonight see if we can release it so that I can get a result tonight. So I'm afraid there's going to be no mold making in this video, but I really hope that the video I will release next weekend, or like in a week and a half. I do have a day job too, so I have to take that in consideration too. PVA, and it says 6, but it's actually 7 layers of mold release wax on that side. And the white paint is 2-component polyurethane paint. So the test I did on the boat was not a disaster, but it wasn't a success either. And what I will do is either PVA the whole thing, or there's a second mold release product that I've been offered by my professional buddy. I really, at this point, I would have to do another test with it. I would have to buy more primer, and I'm not doing any more tests on that plug. I really think it's going to be PVA and then the regular polyester mold. So I'll come back here in a couple hours and see how this goes. So it's now a couple of hours later, and these are absolutely cold. This is the it's not fully hardened, but I would call that success. It's polyurethane. It hasn't done anything. I would call it a success. I was talked out of using this polyurethane paint, but probably will do that next time. And this is with the PVA mold release. That worked perfect too. So we have I don't think we should use spray fillers and wax. It's not sturdy enough. Polyurethane paint. I know there are better paints out there, but that's what I will go with in the future. That's perfect result right there, and equally good. So for this mold, I'll probably just take the drawback with a little bit less finish and use the PVA. I will just wash the wax off tomorrow and use PVA and get on with it. I would like to thank everyone who subscribes to this channel, and new subscribers and old subscribers that watch it. I'm still learning video editing, and I don't have very good equipment, but I do have a daytime job, and this is my hobby, and I'm sharing this hobby with you guys. So thank you for subscribing and watching, and your nice comments. I really am grateful for all the nice comments. I'm not a professional. I'm doing this as a hobby because I love model boats, and I wish everyone a safe journey towards the vaccine. My wife's got vaccinated on Friday, and I'm hoping within the next couple of weeks I will get the shot too. So have a good one, and hopefully next week there'll be some more progress on this project. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye.